Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a certain reputation for being extremely complex. With its 30-minute turn 1 combos and endless loops, it can feel daunting for those not already in the know to wrap their heads around it. Luckily, Konami foresaw this problem in 1999 by proposing a simplified version of their format called the Junior Rules. While never officially adopted in the TCG, the Junior Rules have been tackled and experimented with by some number of Yu-Gi tubers in the past years, and now it's my turn. With no tributes, 1 spell, 1 trap, and 3 special summons per turn, in this series we will ponder, what does Yu-Gi-Oh! Look like when the action economy has limits? How much can we accomplish with less? Can we truly simplify the game into a more accessible form, or are those complexities baked in? Can we build a stronger Yu-Gi-Oh! That is for the people? We will find out together as we undergo this, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Junior Trials! Hello, world and all who inhabit it. My name is Jessica J, aka Jessie J Plays, and welcome back to Junior Trials, release year 2004. Now, I'm quite excited for this one. This is going to be a very divergent year from what Junior format looked like in Junior Journey 2004. 2 big reasons for that. Number 1, we are playing by modern erratas, meaning we're playing by the most recent card text for each individual card in the pool. This has led to cards being significantly more balanced in our format than they were in historically when they were first released. Ring of Destruction is a great example of this. While a very powerful card in our format, the erratas, which prevent you from insta-killing your opponent, prevent you from activating it unless it is explicitly your opponent's turn, and all the other limitations they put on it, made it a lot more feasible and a lot more reasonable to include it in our format. There is a huge additional example of that in 2004, namely Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. Anybody who remembers anything about historical 2004 TCG OCG format can tell you, in its original printing, Chaos Emperor Dragon is not okay. It is not close to okay. It is wild that anybody ever printed that card as it was originally written. But the errata is very, very different. It puts a bunch of restrictions on it, chiefly preventing you from using other effects the turn you use its nuke effect, which of course prevents you from doing a lot of degenerate FTK type strategies, stuff like Yata-Garasu and like other searchers that would really allow you to push the card to a broken level. The card has been toned down a significant extent with its errata. However, it is still a big bungus. It's still a big guy. So, of course, it's still going to see play in our format. The other big difference is in the Monarchs. See, in Junior Trials, one of the rules we've implemented is that if a card text says Tribute Summoned, it is instead treated as saying Normal Summoned. So, the Monarchs, which say when this card is Tribute Summoned, do this, that, or the other thing, are now usable in Junior format because they're treated as saying when this card is Normal Summoned, so you just get those Monarch effects. This has led to Monarchs being far and away the best thing you can do in the format. And likely, I wish TCG and I will have to make some additional cuts to make the format a little bit more reasonable, given where the power level of the Monarchs are at now. But, first things first, as always, my co-host and I Wish TCG, spent a little bit of time eyeballing the format and trying to just do a pre-ban list that leaves things about as balanced as they can be, while at the same time leaving a little bit of wiggle room for cards that are new or cards that are functioning in a different way than they might have previously. That's the big reason that this ban list you're about to see might seem a little bit light on the Monarch hits. We are taking a little bit of time to let them shine in a way they've never gotten to shine before. Make no mistake though, some of these guys are not okay and are not gonna survive to the end of the episode. That being said, the first part of pre-banning is to look back at cards that were released pre-2004, look back at how the ban list was looking at that time, and see if there is anything that with new card releases or new gameplay dynamics is no longer okay. And in that, we decided to ban Painful Choice, Solemn Judgment, and Royal Oppression. In addition to that, we have decided on the following pre-ban list for 2004 releases. Cards with a 0 next to their name are, of course, bans. Card with a 1 next to them are limited. Cards with a 2 next to them are semi-limited. So, that is the state of the format. That is how things look going into today's games. And I am in charge today of playing the more Bungus-centric list. I am in charge of coming to all of you with the list that is a little bit more simple, a little bit less complex, and I'm gonna try to defeat whatever bullshit I Wish TCG is cooking up. So, here is what I've prepared. Ta-da, folks, it's Bungus. Bungus is back. Now, a couple of things worth noting right off the bat. Number 1, Berserk Dragon was really, really big last format. You will see that he has not made a return appearance. The big reason for this, well, there's actually more than one. First of all, this being Chaos format generally makes it so that the Chaos monsters are better bricks to be running than Berserk Dragon if you are going to go out of your way to run monsters that have the capacity to brick. You would be better off just playing Chaos Emperor Dragon than Berserk Dragon. And then the other big contender is a new monster by the name of Invader of Darkness. This card prevents the opponent from activating quick play effects. This is a really, really powerful monster effect in our format. Those of you who've been keeping up with Junior Trials over the past episodes know that in this season, quick play spells are really, really good. Retaining their normal functionality in the TCG allows them to multitask as being your set card or your spell activation. They give you an additional option whenever you have 2 sets and one of them is a trap card, additional things that you can do during your opponent's turn. So it is a different terrain in that regard. We definitely haven't been seeing as much Berserk Dragon played. But the other big thing worth noting is, of course, the triple Thestalos and triple Delinquent Duo. Now, Delinquent Duo has not been good in past formats, meaning this is not a card that you really play in decks that are winning tournaments. The big thing with Delinquent Duo is that, like, in a format where you only get 1 spell activation, there are just usually a lot better things to be doing with that resource than thinking too much about what's in your opponent's hand. Typically, you would rather have something like Smashing Ground or Dark Hole or Heavy Storm, something that affects your opponent's board rather than their hand. Turns out, though, all it took for Delinquent Duo to be really good again was combining it with the Thestalos. Going first is actually pretty good in this format, because if you open Duo Thestalos, there's very little your opponent can do to come back from losing 3 of their cards in their hand in a single turn. So this is a sizable consideration in terms of deck building. I have allowed myself exactly 1 Chaos Emperor Dragon. However, I don't think it's optimal to go all in on more copies than that, for the simple reason that the Delinquent Duo Thestalos combo keeps the format very fast, and at that point you are better off just playing big guys who can be normal summoned and hit your opponent for a ton. That being said, sometimes Chaos Emperor Dragon feels good to just have in your hand as a special summon to kind of extend your plays, so we are treating ourselves to 1 copy of it. Otherwise, this deck is very, very lame-brained. It is exactly as silly and goofy as it looks. A new format all-star worth considering is Go-Giga Gaga Gi Go. This guy has 2950 attack, and those 50 extra attack it has on Cosmo Queen and Invader of Darkness and Tyrant Dragon come up all the fucking time. This card is so strong right now. We are still on Blue Eyes White Dragon. Of course, we're still on Despair from the Dark. This is still one of the best defenders in the format. A good way to prevent your opponent getting in if they are on a Chaos Emperor Dragon centric strategy. Tyrant Dragon, of course, is still good. Invader of Darkness is maybe too annoying, even though it actually feels small when you go up against the Go-Giga-Gaga-Gigo. The fact that you can just normal summon it, set a card, and then your opponent doesn't get to Mystical Space Typhoon your back row is kind of annoying, and this card's presence in the format has really affected deck building in that quick play spells are definitely not as effective and not as optimal as they were in 2003. Another new card that's really good is Guardian Angel Joan. This card might not see as much play once the Monarchs are hit a little bit more, once there are less of them going around, because those are really the best targets to be hitting with Guardian Angel Joan's effect. That being said, life points do matter a ton in this format. Guardian Angel Joan getting over a Monarch often prevents your opponent from getting within lethal at a critical juncture, so this is a great light to be playing with my one-of Chaos Emperor Dragon. By and large, the Monarchs are the star of the show this format. The Stalos is crazy because on normal it gets to rip a card from your opponent's hand, also does a little bit of burn damage, but mainly it's just a body that steals one of your opponent's cards. Mobius is crazy. It's also a big body that takes out your opponent's back row, and Zaborg is one of the best monsters that you can be playing for like the next decade of releases in this format. One of the big ways we try to balance Junior format is looking at cards that target or destroy face-up monsters, as opposed to cards that can target or destroy face-down monsters, and Zaborg doesn't care. Zaborg doesn't give a shit what position your monster is, it will destroy it all the same. Throw in the fact that it is a light monster to work with the Chaos monsters, and you have a truly broken card. Speaking of broken cards, though in a much more annoying way, Blowback Dragon. You toss a coin 3 times, and if 2 of the 3 are heads, you get to destroy a card on the field. It is funny the first time. The big thing that I want to note about the coin flip dragons, barrel dragon, blowback dragon, is that they are funny the first time, but once you have like a full meta where these guys are one of the best things you can be doing, and you have games that are decided on literal coin flips, it does get annoying. So this is another one that's like, we're kind of allowing it for the time being because it's new, it just came out, and it's getting its time to shine, but I do not expect it to last to the end of the episode. Rounding out the monsters, we have Witch of the Black Forest, which is crazy this format because it can search any of the Monarchs or Blowback Dragon. Spell lineup is 3 Delinquent Duo, 3 Pot of Greed to try to get to Delinquent Duo if the Stalos quicker, Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, and Mystical Space Typhoon. In the trap cards, we've got Bottomless Trap Hole, Call of the Haunted, Dust Tornado, Triple Mirror Force, Ring of Destruction, Torrential Tribute, and 1 Waboku. This card is actually pretty good in this format. Sometimes your opponent will just construct hands that can kill you into hell. Other times this will protect your Blowback Dragon and give you another opportunity to use its effect. The side deck has 2 more copies of Invader of Darkness, 3 copies of Tribe Infecting Virus, just like a nice removal card for the format, 3 The End of Anubis, Premature Burial, Giant Trunade, Smashing Ground, Nobleman of Crossout, and 2 more Waboku. This deck does not explicitly have a way to get into the extra deck, but we did play an extra deck, just for the corner case of if I happen to Monster Reborn my opponent's, like Magical Scientist, for instance. We're just looking at Thousand Eyes Restrict, Carbonala Warrior, Darkblade the Dragon Knight, Reaper on the Nightmare, Dark Bolter the Terrible, and Ryu Senshi. That is the deck that I am bringing today. I feel pretty confident in this deck. I think that this deck, or something that looks very similar to this deck, is probably the best thing you can be playing in the format. Not unbeatable, depending on individual skill level or individual draw luck. I do think the stack is definitely beatable, but I think it will draw some hands that are unbeatable. Take it away, I Wish TCG.
Hello, everybody. I Wish TCG here. So before I get into my deck profile, if we take a look at the ban list here, there's like some interesting stuff, and in our pre-ban discussion, we had limited Zaborg, and we had kept Duo at 3 because, from my understanding, it was bad in the format. And then, lo and behold, um, lo and behold, some of the best performing decks in the Junior Journey Trials format had triple Thestalos and triple Duo. Here's the triple Duo again, and here's the triple Thestalos. And here is the triple Thestalos and the triple Duo. Oh no. We fucked up. Oh no. With that in mind, I did want to play Chaos. I know it might not be the best thing, but especially because we really tried to murder the hell out of it, I will try my best. I saw we had Magical Scientist at 3 copies. So all the cards in Junior Trials format are post errata. Scientist himself hasn't gotten an errata, but the cards surrounding the Scientist FTK have. Stuff like Catapult Turtle has been errataed, and we use the errata in the format. And so even Chaos Emperor Dragon has its errata. It's no longer the menace to society that it used to be. Now, originally I went into this deck. I was like, okay, I really want to do something with Scientist. And I remembered from back in the day, we have Dark Flare Knight. You could summon this off a Scientist and crash it into something bigger than it and summon Mirage Knight from your deck. And if you summon 3 of them, you could summon 3 Mirage Knights and kill your opponent for 8,400 damage because they all have an honest effect built in. And I went into this thinking, oh, that's probably what I could do, but Junior Trials also has a summon limit of 3, a special summon limit of 3 effect monsters in your turn. As such, I was looking into other stuff I could do with Scientist, and a card popped out to me. And now, this is probably cope, this is probably bad, but we have Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Must be special summoned by tributing 2 level 6 or higher spellcasters. And then it is Horse level 8, but for trap cards when it's on the field. You can choose whatever trap card is activated and negate it. And with Scientist, you can summon 2 copies of Sandwich and tribute both of them to summon your Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Is this good? Maybe. Looking at the topping lists, most of these lists only have 2 to 3 main deck outs to it, being Zaborg, Darkhole, and then some lists are on like Blowback Dragon. With that in mind, in theory, if we protect him with like a My Body, then like he can seal us the game, because then it's like very specific combinations of cards like Zaborg, Darkhole to kill him. And yeah, supporting the Scientist suite, we have Apprentice Magician. So Apprentice can float into Magical Scientist or float into a light monster. We have Magician of Faith, and then we have Time Wizard. We're playing Time Wizard over another copy of Faith, because if we fail the coin flip, it gets us the light in the graveyard, and then we can banish it from the graveyard. Instead of like waiting for them to run over Faith or crash Faith, which would be really, really bad. And yeah, with other stuff going on in here, we've got a standard staple suite of spells and traps that are in the format. We've only got 1 Blue Eyes White Dragon right now, so we're playing 1. In the side deck, because discard is so crazy right now, I'm almost considering. I almost main deck this card, but Electric Snake to maybe to ease the pain a little. It's a light as well as we get to draw two if it's discarded from Duo or Thestalos. And then we also have after we play this game plan. If my opponent's game plan is looking like it counters this guy specifically, then I can swap into just a big bungus chaos pile with chaos, huge attack chaos guys, with Berserk Dragon with Ideal of Dark Ruler as our 3,500 stat line. As Sorcerer Dark Magic being 3,200 means he gets over every single monster in these decks. But yeah, hopefully we get to do something cool with Scientist, and hopefully we won't just like get hand ripped for 3 and then brick on 3 copies of an unsummonable Sorcerer Dark Magic and then draw my body for turn. Surely that won't happen. Surely.
Well, Wish, welcome to the year 2004. And if there's one thing I know about 2004, it's that only good and normal things happen, both in the world and in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. We have taken our first crack at the ban list by this point, our first crack at making a fun, playable format. How are you feeling about that attempt?
There was certainly an attempt. There was certainly an attempt.
I don't hate the format. We'll talk about some cards, but I think there'll be fun to be. There should be some fun to be had over the course of this match, as long as, maybe people avoid opening 2 specific cards with each other. We'll see. We'll see.
I mean, surely nobody can open 2 cards in a 40-card deck.
I have picked a rock, paper, and or scissors, and am awaiting your in-kind.
Well, I will pick the one that will surely let me win the game. Let's try this one. Fuck.
Alright.
I lose!
The funny part is that usually going second is actually better in junior format because of the actual card, but because of the state of the format, I am actually going first.
Yeah.
Alright, and let's see if we can open it. It looks like you are safe for now. I am going to set 1 card and normal summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I say you're safe now, but I still opened the biggest normal summon in the format, so beat that.
Yeah, okay, we will draw. Ooh. Standby main. This one's a little bit of a roughie, not gonna lie. Ugh.
Oh, trying to play some combos in junior format, are you?
I will activate Heavy Storm.
Don't like to see that. That's gonna kill my Call of the Haunted.
Okay, we are going to set a card and pass a Reno.
No normal, interesting. Well, we top deck a pretty good one. Delinquent Duo!
Oh no!
Alright, now we maybe get a chance at seeing what you're on. I'm gonna kill this one.
That is a Call of the Haunted.
Not really. And then you get to discard one of your choice. Well, get to. You have to. You simply must.
Monster Reborn.
This is... What the fuck is... We've done nothing but discard revival spells. I'm not gonna go in any harder at this point. I'm just gonna try to attack with Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay, I will take 3,000.
Alright, we will set 1 card, send it back your way.
I will draw. Standby main.
Just vibin', just vibin'.
Well.
What is going on over there? What are your ratios, my guy? Pot of greed.
But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
We lost connection. Hold on. We're fine. We're fine.
Hmm.
All right.
WinCon detected. Lose connection.
Continuing to not summon anything else. This Blue Eyes clears.
Hmm.
All right. Set one card and send it back your way.
Okay, I will draw. Standby main.
Still hanging.
My own pot of greed.
Okay, that hopefully will help. It really should help. This sounds a little bit like the not help voice. Draw.
Things have been better. Things have
Okay.
been better.
We are... Okay, so there are a number of set monsters that could, stop me from getting too much done. So first we're gonna go fishing by activating Mystical Space Typhoon. And I think I'll go for this one.
Okay, you hit a bottomless trap hole.
Okay, you might have, wanted that bottomless trap hole for what comes next. Folks, I am going to normal summon in face-up defense mode, Blowback Dragon.
Ooh.
Folks, the, coin flip format has returned. If I roll, I'm gonna declare its effect, targeting your set monster. If I roll 2 or more of these heads, then I get to pop it.
Okay, so surely your backshot dragon won't kill my sat card. Surely.
Oh, the backshot dragon's coming in from the back. Oh, but that's why we got tails. Okay.
Okay.
This is
the
the one.
decider.
This is the one. Ah! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're still way in the lead. Blue Eyes White Dragon, attack!
Okay. It will be a Sangan.
Maybe finally getting some insight into this deck at this stage. Go ahead and trigger your Sangan.
Yeah, we will trigger the Sangan. So, yeah, that's definite. This is probably the silliest inclusion in my deck, but I think it's. I think it's the only inclusion. It's the only card I can grab that helps me in this situation. I'm going to grab Time Wizard.
Dog! What the fuck are you talking about? Oh no! Why? I never should have invited a fucking man onto the show. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I will normal summon Time Wizard in defense.
Let me think about this. Jesus Christ.
He's
you know
too
what?
good.
It's too funny. I'm gonna let you go for it.
Okay. We always bet on tails. Always bet on tails.
All right. You pop my board. Blowback Dragon and Blue Eyes White Dragon fall to the overpowered Time Wizard.
Okay, that's all I got.
Lord. Okay. Cool. Standby main. I normal summon a Go-Giga! Gaga-Gigo!
That's a lot of... He's gonna put Jojo to shame.
He's
just like bit... Or Boba.
You really just... I'm glad that they included the below the thighs shot. Like, that is the angle. Like, this is the thirstiest angle that you could possibly shoot a Yu-Gi-Oh card from. Your go.
Yeah, this is the perspective of Marauding Captain. Like, he just shows up out of the dimension hole or whatever, and then it's just like, suddenly, broad shot in front of his face.
Oh, no.
Okay, we will draw. Standby main. Well, I'm a Banish a Light in the Dark.
Okay.
Special.
I am going to chain Torrential Tribute.
Ooh. I will chain my body?
Okay. That's gonna be 1,500, but it will save your guy.
Then yeah, I'll go battle and.
Alright, I will take 50 damage here.
And
Alright, let's see if we can get lethal here. I'm gonna banish a light and a dark.
oh no!
Down comes Chaos Emperor Dragon, and if you can't stop this, the burn will in fact be enough to kill you.
Yeah, you got it.
Let's go, folks! It's Chaos Emperor Dragon. Alrighty, your turn to choose going first or second.
Oh? I mean, I want the extra card. I want the extra card.
Okay. Okay. Giving me another chance to open broke. And that is definitely an opening. I activate Delinquent Duo.
Okay.
And we'll go for this one.
Ooh. Okay, well that is something. You hit a scientist.
Yeah.
And we'll pitch the Time Wizard.
Why would you do that? That's your strongest monster. Your go.
Draw. Standby main.
Alrighty. Oh, that is a light and a dark. I did just notice that. That's kind of interesting. Go ahead.
We'll play around Mech Knights and go.
Alright. Standby main. We will throw down another Delinquent Duo.
Oh.
Okay, I'm starting to get why even in junior format people like this card band. Let's go for this one.
No. No.
Oh!
Okay,
So
we will
pissed.
also pitch Electric Snake and trigger Electric Snake to draw 2 cards.
What the fuck? Okay. Wow. Okay, I will mention here, Sorcerer of Dark Magic is actually a real card at some point in junior format. Like, 2011 format is kind of remembered as one of the best eras for this specific rule set, where a wide variety of things are playable, and one of them is genuinely just play a bunch of level 8 spellcasters, and there's like some archetypal or support cards that actually makes this card playable. 2004 is very early. 2004 is very bold for Sorcerer of Dark Magic. And then Electric Snake is just hilarious. Well, let's see if we can attack your set monster. I'm gonna normal summon Guardian Angel Joan.
Ooh, get her out of here. Get out of my sight.
And you're banishing it on top of that. That's rude. Killing my Guardian Angel. Weirdly, the Electric Snake is actually putting you on the right foot with card advantage now.
Wahaha, I will draw.
Oh my god.
Main. Yeah, the discarding was a little bit rough. We can I mean, I'm assuming that's just that's probably going to be Despair from the Dark, which I have, or it could be like a Witch. Either case, I don't really feel like I want to clear either of those cards. So yeah, we're fine turtling up for now. We'll set another card and pass the turn. If Dueling Book would allow me, this is where I would end my turn if I could.
This is where I would end my turn with the usable Yu-Gi-Oh client if I had one. Next turn. Let's go Invader of Darkness. Just keep that fucking Bungus line rolling, and we'll go for the first one.
Okay, it is a Witch of the Black Forest.
Okay, this is quite good, this format.
Yeah, we get to add something with 1,500 defense.
Can you
Which
think of a
hands?
couple? You think of a card or two that meets that criteria?
Yeah, we will grab a
Hey
Zaborg.
yo! Zayborg is hitting the Zay dance floor. Nah, that's not anything. Go ahead.
Okay, I will draw. Standby, main. Uh, Zaborg, summon,
Alright.
declare, path.
Damn. Goodbye, Invader of Darkness.
Uh, I mean, yeah, I feel like you would have maybe flipped that up if that was despair by now. So I think that's a witch. I I have my money. It's a witch, but like, get it over and done with.
You called it. It's a witch. And folks, Zaborg!
Shit! Wait a minute. Wait, that's cheating. You can't Zaborg by Zaborg.
It's true. There's only one Zayborg allowed. It's limited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Standby main. I think we're gonna keep that Zayborg in the tank a minute, though. I normal summon
Ooh.
Gogi Gaga Gigo.
That's a lot. Those are words for sure. Okay, I'll take 550. Wait,
Alright, your go.
draw. Standby main. Well, pot agreed.
Yeah?
Well, I will banish the Time Wizard and the Sorcerer. Actually, no. We got to keep the Time Wizard in there. He could come up. He could come up again. Yeah, let's get rid of the stake.
Oh, I was gonna say you should banish Zaborg since you can't normal summon it anymore. Alright, big guy hits the board.
Yeah. Let's. I mean, Dark Hole is in the format, but this is an opportunity to get in a nice damage. So I'll also normal summon Despair,
Yeah.
and I will flip up a Sangan.
Okay.
And wait.
Alright, so that is going to be 50.
And
And that's going to be 2,800, and then that's going to be 1,000.
And yeah, that's all I got.
By main. Fuck it. In for a penny, in for a pound. Delinquent Duo! I don't know if it's correct at this point, but fuck it. This one.
That is my Heavy Storm.
Okay.
I will discard Electric Snake.
No! Why? Oh, fucking absurd. Your go.
Okay, I will draw for turn.
Alrighty.
Standby main. What's the rule on the EMZ?
You can use it.
Okay, I will normal summon Magical Scientist.
Alright.
I will pay 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
I will summon a copy of Sandwich.
Why? What? Oh, wait. Oh,
And
you're cooking.
I'll pay 1,000
I see it.
and summon a copy of Sandwich.
Oh my god. And that is your 3 special summons?
Go, my Sorcerer of Dark Magic!
And it did need to be this big because it's a Despair from the Dark. Somehow, on the back of Electric Snake, taking that game too. Alrighty. This time we want the extra card. Show me you're going first hand, coward.
Oh? Well, Pot agreed.
Okay.
And I know that because we can normal summon in defense, in order to play around Crossout, which is a popular side deck card, I think I will normal summon this Sangan in defense mode.
Okay. That's totally reasonable.
And I'll put a card face down and call it her turn.
Alrighty, I'll open with my own pot of greed.
No! Yeah, at least I'm
Um,
not getting duoed this turn.
Throw down my Invader of Darkness.
Ooh. On the Invader, I will trap hole.
Okay. Then we will just set one and send it back your way.
Okay, I will draw. Standby. Main.
Just hanging, just hanging.
I will... Normal Summon Scientist?
Okay. Draw it
In defense,
again.
in defense, in defense.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not gonna... Yeah, we'll pay 1,000. And... I will summon a sandwich.
Oh my goodness, okay.
And I'll pay 1,000 and summon a sandwich.
Good, that's good.
Alright. Wah.
So it's basically the 2-card combo, which is if you get Magical Scientist, you can always pay 2k to summon Sorcerer of Dark Magic. Fascinating.
Yeah. And we'll switch Sangan to attack, I guess.
Okay.
Our battle.
Yeah.
1,000.
This is all going through.
32. And wham.
Interesting for sure. Set one. Actually, hold on. We have maybe a line.
Oh no.
Okay. Let's normal summon Go Giga Gaga Gigo.
That's a lot of words. Yep, you're good.
Let's try to attack Magical Scientist.
Yep.
Okay.
Dead.
Main phase 2. So Sorcerer of Dark Magic negates trap cards but not spell cards. Therefore, I will activate Monster Reborn, targeting your Magical Scientist.
Ooh, that is a very cute line.
That's
Yeah.
right. We're going to summon your Magical Scientist, and we will pay 1,000 American life point dollars
Mm-hmm.
in order to special summon the 1,000 Eyes Restrict.
Okay, I think, yeah, on the summon we shall torrential.
Okay, that is reasonable. You're losing your biggest guy anyway, and you get to proc the Sangan.
Yeah, and Sangan.
Looking at that fucking Time Wizard again, my guy.
Maybe. Well, it's like it's the duality of the duality of man.
The duality of Sangan.
Oh. I don't actually. I think this is like a fine play describing Witch.
Yeah, that is a completely reasonable play. Now, there are normal summons you can get that lose me the game on the spot. That's a little bit concerning, but you know.
Normal summon Witch.
Alright, that is not one of them.
Wah.
Call of the Haunted!
Ooh, that was one of the things I was terrified of. Yep.
And I don't think I can get Thousand Eyes because it wasn't properly summoned, so I think we're just
It
going
was
for
not.
the biggest guy. Go Giga! Gaga! Gigo!
Nope, that is horrifying. Thick. Yep, nope, Euro.
Alright. Ooh, that's a pretty good one considering where I'm at. I'll throw down a Guardian Angel Joan.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, I could use the fucking life points at this point, let me tell you.
Yeah. I'll take 17, and now I'm in your shoes.
Yep, essentially swapping places here. You do get to grab a monarch. Um either either Mobius or Zaborg can clear one of my monsters.
Yeah. I will grab a copy of Zaborg.
And Gogi Gaga Gigo, get on in there.
Eh. Ow.
Alright. Your go.
Draw. Standby. Main. Oh, that is a weird one for sure. That is a super duper weird one. I will normal summon the Time Wizard in defense.
You do what you gotta do in this crazy world. Go off, King. We got it.
Time
We got
magic,
it the first
go.
time in the game. In the
Tails.
game you lost.
Tails never fails.
All right, I believe.
Fuck.
No.
I take 250 damage.
That's true. That is a thing. That was your normal summon.
Okay,
How we looking over there?
uh, well, the problem, I can do this, but it leaves me dead to 90% of the things in the format, which is correct. Yeah, we'll banish Sandwich and my wizard
Oh.
per
Okay.
set.
We're going all in.
And we will attack over the Goblin.
Gaga Gigo died. Rest in peace, Gaga Gigo. Alright. And this Call the Haunted is gone as well. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, yeah, I think it's worth going for a lethal, push. We'll go to battle phase.
Okay.
Guardian Angel Joan attack.
Yeah. Yep.
And you may have immediately figured out why I have put that light monster in my graveyard. We will banish a light and a dark to special summon Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. And with no other cards or effects activated this turn, I am free to use its effect.
Yeah, and I have enough to kill me. That is GG's.
GG's! That was really funny. I did not believe in Sorcerer of Dark Magic, but it is kind of cracked. I was, like, a little bit worried a minute there for the second game. I had to finagle it out for sure. Yeah, so I did enjoy this game. I think your deck is hilarious, and the one thing that I will unironically mention is that the performance of Electric Snake in Game 2 did make me side out of all of my delinquent duos in Game 3. However, Delinquent Duo kind of lost me the game in that second game, and it wasn't really good last format, and it's nerfed by junior format rules. It still feels in its conception unhealthy, and I think, like, we didn't get to see that specific combo over the course of this match, but Thestalos plus Duo really brings the issue to the table. When you draw a lot of duos while maintaining board presence, it becomes a problem. So I think this format and the way it's played out has kind of convinced me that even though duo is frequently not good, it's probably better off, like, left out of the format.
Yeah. So I definitely feel like just the tempo pile is the best deck in the format with playing Thestalos, Mobius, and Zaborg.
Yes.
And
I would be down to immediately kill both Zaborg and Mobius.
yeah, I think we should also just kill Thestalos. I think Thestalos is like really fine when there's like more stuff that cares about being in the graveyard, but it feels like there's not like a lot of stuff you can do. It's like, oh, they get a hand rip, shootsy.
Okay, we can
But
kill Thestalos. Uh, Congratulations on your one format, Monarchs. Better luck next time. And while we are at it, Blowback Dragon, this was a fun little experiment, but coin flipping is a central mechanic. Just not really where I'm at this point in my life.
I guess the only other thing is just for deck building diversity. What about putting like Mirror Force to 2 or some shit? Just because I see a lot of the lists are just on triple Mirror Force, and I feel this card is going to be a lot better when Morbius hits the dust.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I also don't think it changes the format enough for me to care. So sure, we can try Mirror Force it too and see what it looks like.
Yeah, but no. I mean, I think there's a lot of neat things you can do because one person was playing an Umi control deck.
Oh,
and
that
it
deck
did well.
fucking domed me, actually. To
Mhm.
an embarrassing extent. Levia Dragon plus ALO is actually like a strategy right now. I think that is probably a fine place to leave the format for now. I wish TCG and I have made our choices. We have dipped our toes into the gameplay of this format, and now we are turning it over entirely to the Discord. We will be starting up a tournament, the Super Junior Confrontation 2004, for Yu-Gi-Oh! Junior Trials. Anybody who's part of the Discord can take part in it, and in the next episode of this series, myself and Wish will be sitting down and examining Top Cut of that tournament to see what kind of decks people are bringing to the table. Do you have anything to leave the people with? Any well wishes? Any pieces of advice for aspiring junior trialists?
Well, I'm going to judge all of your deck lists, and yeah, I hope somebody figures out a more convoluted combo than Magical Scientist and Sorcerer and Dark Magic.
Oh my god, I can't believe you actually summoned that. Support Junior Trials by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. You can gain access to a bonus secret episode of Junior Trials every month by supporting me at patreon.com/JessieJPlays for any amount. Here are clips from the most recent one. Someone for the Dark Top decks fucking Reflect Bounder. Down comes Levia Dragon. And down comes fucking a Legendary Ocean.